A gratitude myth. We're going to bust it and I'm going to give you a big truth bomb. My favorite one when it comes to gratitude. Okay, so the myth that we're going to bust is that good stuff will magically appear in your life if you practice gratitude. Nope. Will practicing gratitude help you manifest? Absolutely. We've talked about that. It definitely will. But just because you spend time feeling grateful for stuff does not make stuff magically appear. It's not that easy. It would be so cool if it was. Oh my God. Can you imagine if you just had to be like, I'm so grateful for that lamp over there. And then poof, like another lamp showed up. Like that would be awesome. But that's not how it works. Gratitude is an important step in manifesting, and it's definitely something that you're going to really increase your abilities and open up for the other reasons we've talked about, like self-power, hydrating your soul, really not allowing fear to stay where you are. So it does have that power, but it does not make things magically appear in your life. So if you're running your gratitude checklist thinking that, if I do it tonight, when I wake up in the morning, there's going to be something magical just on my doorstep in the morning. That's not exactly how it works. We know that action has to get mixed in there somewhere, right? Okay, so let's talk about the truth here. What does gratitude do? This is my favorite truth. This is my favorite myth-busting truth because this one is so important. And it's a very fine line between these two things. So the two things that there's a fine line between are appreciation and expectation. Okay, I'm going to say that again. Appreciation, fine line, expectation. Gratitude can shift you away from expectation and into appreciation. And when you're in the energy of appreciation, you are going to not only feel better, but you're going to manifest better. So that is super important. So let's talk about the difference between those two things. So appreciation is feeling super, super grateful and happy and blessed for what you have. It's really like looking around and being like, look at all this amazing stuff I have. Wow. That puts you into that place of power that we talked about in one of the other myths, right? Of feeling like, well, I'm powerful enough to get all of this stuff. It brings you to a place of appreciation for yourself, for the universe, for the angels. It's a great place to be. Now let's talk about expectation. Expectation is a tough one. Expectation is something you want to try to avoid. Now, I know that sounds hard and it sounds like it goes against the idea of setting goals, and it doesn't. And I want to explain that to you, and I want to make that clear because it's an important distinction to make. Expectation is really thinking about the exact end result that you want and really putting blinders on to anything around that. It's not focusing on what we know is important when you're manifesting, it's how you want to feel. So if you're trying to manifest a certain feeling and embracing that, you're not going to really step into that place of expectation. But if you're focused on one certain result, one certain little funnel, one certain little thing, you are going to be in the energy of expectation. And this is setting yourself up to fail. All right. We talk about that a lot. It's one of the things that I say to you guys all the time. Set yourself up to win. Don't set yourself up to fail. And many times our brain kind of tricks us into setting ourselves up to fail all the time. And expectation is a great way to do that. So let's look at some examples and see where we can shift from expectation to appreciation. And let's look at when you're setting goals, how to avoid this part, but still have something you're focusing on. Okay? Because I really want to make this clear. And I want you to ask questions if you're not sure. I'm happy to answer for you. Okay. So let's say you are trying to manifest a healthier body. Okay, you want your body to be healthier. So you focus on how you would feel if your body was healthier. Okay, so you might think, okay, I would feel more powerful. I would feel more energized. I would feel more confident. Those are great things to focus on, right? I would feel like I had more to give to others. Okay. If you focused on expectation, you might say, I want to lose 150 pounds, right? And then you would be, I don't know, negative something weight, all right? I want to lose 30 pounds. I want to lose 40 pounds. I want to fit into size 00. I want to shrink a shoe size. I don't know what, all of those things. I want to look super sexy in leggings. I'm sorry, David. I'm trying to think of a guy one. I want to be able to tuck my super tight shirt into my jeans. I'm guessing you don't want that, David, but bear with me, okay? So when you're thinking of that and you're looking at that, that is setting yourself up to fail, because now you have this expectation for exactly how it has to go. Now, here's how we shift this around and we make this work, okay? If you say some of the things I'd really love to have be a result of me feeling healthier, more confident, more powerful, some of the things, more energized. Some of the results that I would love would be if I could feel more confident in those jeans, if I could feel proud of the size I am, if I could feel more proud, if I could feel like I could wear a dress and just rock it, or I could wear I don't know, help me out, David. I could wear a killer suit and just look amazing. Like whatever that is, right? Do you see how I changed it from expectation to appreciation? I focused on the feeling and I looked at those goals. I looked at those results I was interested in and shifted them away from expectation and into appreciation by talking about how I'd want to feel. Did you see that? That's how you stay away from expectation, okay? Let's say that you are starting your own business, okay? You're just starting out, you're starting your own business, and you're going to put something out there. You might want to put some goals together, right? You might want to be like, you know what? In the next month, I want to get 10 new clients. Awesome. But if that becomes your expectation, you are going to feel really crappy if you get 8. And having 8 clients is awesome. You should appreciate that you got 8 clients. You don't want to feel like, oh my God, I had this expectation of 10 and I didn't meet it, right? Maybe the universe needs to deliver you 50 new clients. So if you're too focused on that number, you're going to just make yourself feel crappy. You're going to set yourself up to lose. 10 is a very specific number, right? 8 would be fantastic. 9 would be great. 12. But goal setting's okay. So you could say, I would like to feel my first month of business like I really connected with the people I was put here to connect with. I think a great result of that would be if I could get 10 new clients. But I'm focused on appreciating each new person that I connect with because that's what I'm asking for. Do you see that? Do you see that little line? Set the goal, set the result, but it has to be secondary because it becomes an expectation and it becomes something you set yourself up to fail at. Have you ever done that thing where you had something like coming up, like maybe it was just a party you were going to go to, or maybe you were hosting a dinner at your house, and in your head you saw all of it. You saw exactly how it was going to go, and it was just going to be magical and amazing and this and that, and you showed up for it, and it was great, but it wasn't that picture in your head. That's because you set an expectation for what you wanted it to be, what you thought it should be. And when it fell short, because you set yourself up to fail, it's impossible to meet that thing that you just had in your head, right? You set yourself up to fail. But if instead you took that fantasy and you thought, okay, how do those things that I'm imagining happening in the way that's going, how do I feel in that scenario? And you use those words and you said, when I host this dinner party or when I go to this party or this event or this whatever, I really want to feel like this. I think maybe a great way to have that happen would be this, and this. Awesome. I'll try to make sure I bring that energy to the room. Fantastic. See that difference there? That's what you want to focus on. That's how you get away from being disappointed by an expectation. If you, let's go back to that body example, okay? Let's go back to like getting really hung up on losing an amount of weight. Like, let's say you're like, I got to lose 25 pounds, all right? you're going to really have difficulty getting over the difficult part of losing weight, because there's always like a plateau area, right? Like the first 10 pounds come off easy, and then or easy, but kind of easy. And then all of a sudden you get to a point and it's like not working. And then you go up a pound and then down, and you're just like, If you're only focused on that 25 number, you're going to quit. There's no way you're going to keep going, because it's going to get hard and it's going to seem impossible to reach that tiny, very specific expectation you have. But if you say, I want to feel better about my body, I want to feel healthier, I want my body to work better, I want to look in the mirror and feel more confident. And one of the great results that I would love to have, a goal that I have, is to lose 25 pounds. If every time you lose a pound, you won't feel like, ugh, I fell short of my expectation, because your expectation, the thing that you're setting yourself up to, is to appreciate a feeling. I hope that makes sense. I hope it does, because it's super, super important to see that distinction and focus there. All right, let me go back through your comments. Feel free to keep asking. It's a very fine line, so I want to make sure that you see it, that you feel it, that you can focus on it, okay? Because this trick, you will watch people and they will be setting goals and they will just be miserable the whole time. And you will just be like skipping through life, surpassing all of your goals, and not even be like, oh, well, that one result didn't happen, but that's fine, this one did. And look at all the beauty over here. You're going to miss all that if you're focused on these very specific expectations. You're going to miss it. Maybe you set a goal to get those 10 new clients. Let's take that scenario again. And instead you get 5. But these 5 clients, you form such a deep connection with that they end up the next month telling 20 people, and you get 20 people the next month. Well, I still think what you wanted to happen is happening, right? And if you're, instead of looking at it like, okay, I manifested that feeling, but not as much as I wanted. So I appreciate that I got here. I just wanted to meet it a little further. What can I do to add more of that? That's a better place than being like, didn't meet my goal again, didn't get to that expectation again.